fire. He kills his own brother.
In the quiet neighborhood of North Ogden, Utah, a harrowing incident unfolded that shook the community to its core. Caught on camera, the chilling events of that fateful evening would forever change the lives of those involved. Let's deep dive into the tragic story of Jeffrey Roberts, a man from Long Beach, California, who shot and killed his estranged brother, Scott Roberts, in a disturbing act captured by a Ring doorbell camera. Scott Roberts was a resident of North Ogden, Utah, leading a quiet life in a peaceful neighborhood. He was known as a family man, dedicated to his wife Jody, and deeply involved in the community. Scott was the kind of person who brought people together, making the events of that evening all the more tragic. Jody Roberts was Scott's beloved wife and companion for many years. Their life together had been filled with love, shared experiences, and raising a family. On that ill-fated night, she not only witnessed the unimaginable, but also became a survivor, enduring physical and emotional scars. Jeffrey Roberts, a 66-year-old Long Beach resident, arrived in North Ogden, Utah, under circumstances that were far from typical family reunions. The distance between Jeffrey and his brother Scott's lives was not only geographical, but also emotional. As shown on the camera, as Jeffrey's car pulled into his brother's driveway, the tension in the air was quite obvious. What could have driven him to travel such a distance with a tragic agenda remains a haunting question. The doorbell camera footage begins with Scott Roberts opening the front door, unknowingly stepping into a moment that would change everything. The encounter seemed normal at first, as the two brothers engaged in conversation. It's a stark reminder that the most ordinary moments can quickly turn into nightmares. Suddenly, in a shocking turn of events, Jeffrey Roberts removed a handgun from his sweatshirt and fired 5 shots, forever altering the course of that evening. The abrupt transition from conversation to violence captured on camera is nothing short of harrowing. As viewers, we are left to grapple with the stark reality of how quickly lives can be shattered by one individual's actions. The doorbell camera footage serves as a chilling testament to the fragility of human existence and the unfathomable depths to which familial conflict can descend. As the doorbell camera recorded the initial exchange, it didn't quite capture the ensuing moments of violence that unfolded inside the house. The absence of visual evidence leaves us to imagine the terror that gripped those present as Jeffrey forcibly entered. The house, once a place of safety and comfort, had become the scene of horror. The situation took a surreal and chaotic turn as Jeffrey resorted to extreme measures. He used road flares to set the house on fire, filling the air with the acrid scent of burning. Fire alarms blared, adding to the cacophony of fear and confusion that had descended upon the Roberts residence. The flames danced ominously through the windows, casting eerie shadows on a night that had turned into a nightmare. Amid the chaos, a concerned neighbor made a frantic 911 call. The urgency in their voice reflected the gravity of the situation. Hearing gunshots nearby, they couldn't remain passive observers. The call serves as a haunting reminder of how violence can shatter the tranquility of even the most peaceful neighborhoods. The arrival of law enforcement marked a new chapter in this tragic tale. While the doorbell camera footage did not capture this critical moment, official statements reveal that Jeffrey Roberts opened fire on the responding officers. In a desperate attempt to evade justice, or perhaps driven by a twisted resolve, Jeffrey returned fire, creating a perilous situation for everyone involved. In the midst of the shootout with the police, Jeffrey's life came to a violent end as bullets flew in both directions. He collapsed on the front steps, his once disturbing presence silenced forever. It was a moment of tragic finality, but the questions surrounding his actions and motivations remained unanswered, leaving those who witnessed the event grappling with a sense of disbelief and shock. This chapter of the story serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the harrowing consequences that can unfold when conflicts escalate to such extreme levels. The chaos that ensued that night left scars not only on those directly involved, but also on the entire community, forever altering the sense of security that was once taken for granted. Before we continue with the video, take a second and subscribe to our channel. The haunting events of that evening in North Ogden, Utah, have left behind a multitude of unanswered questions. with the primary one being the motive behind Jeffrey Roberts' shocking act. What drove him to travel from Long Beach to Utah with such a tragic agenda remains a perplexing mystery. The depths of his anger and resentment, or any potential grievances, remain hidden, leaving a void in our understanding of this horrifying incident. Family estrangement, a complex and deep personal issue, may have played a significant role in this tragic event. Friends and acquaintances hinted at underlying tensions and family rifts that had escalated to a breaking point. The roots of these conflicts, whether long-standing or recent, remain obscure, leaving us to wonder what unresolved grievances might have contributed to the violence that unfolded that night. In Long Beach, a stark reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded in Utah was visible as friends and acquaintances held an estate sale at Jeffrey Roberts' home. The sale served as a somber testament to the sudden and shocking nature of the incident. Items that once belonged to Jeffrey, a man who had now become infamous, were dispersed among those who knew him, reflecting the surreal nature of the situation. In the wake of the incident, emotions ran high among friends and family members. Shock, grief, and disbelief were common reactions as they grappled with the reality that someone they knew had committed such a heinous act. The community in Long Beach was left to come to terms not only with the tragedy itself, but also with the unsettling question of how this seemingly ordinary man had been driven to such extremes. As we reflect on these unanswered questions, it becomes evident that the Jeffrey Roberts shooting is a grim reminder of the complexity of human emotions, the fragility of relationships, and the dire consequences of unresolved conflicts within families. While the details of this tragedy may never be fully understood, it serves as a sobering reminder of the need for open communication, empathy, and resolution in our own lives to prevent such heartbreaking events from occurring again. Amidst the tragedy, there were survivors. Jody Roberts, Scott's wife, sustained injuries but managed to survive. Their daughter, Kelsey Turner, set up a GoFundMe page to support her mother's recovery. In a heartbreaking statement, she revealed that her father died a hero while trying to protect her mother. Additionally, the family's 2 dogs lost their lives in the fire, adding another layer of sorrow to an already tragic tale. The Jeffrey Roberts shooting case and its chilling aftermath serve as a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life and the devastating consequences of unresolved family conflicts. As the community in North Ogden grapples with the aftermath, questions remain unanswered and wounds run deep. The need for further investigation and understanding is evident as the pain of this tragedy lingers. If you like this video, make sure to share it with your friends and family as well. To stay posted with our upcoming videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel. So, what are your thoughts on this case? Comment them down below.
He's down. Headshot window.